Hey everybody, it's me again, Gregory Mannarino, back here for my post-market report for today, Friday, December 1st, 2017. This is Heine. Say hi to Heine. Hi, Heine. Heine over here is a little bit beside himself. I want to talk about some of that why Heine is feeling like that. Okay. Let's start off with this. So I don't even know where to start. It's crazy. Again, I don't script any of this, people, but just bear with me a moment because I got to get my head on. The market just closed like 2 minutes ago, literally. I'm out of the market. I closed all my positions just like I told you. I don't care what happens over the weekend right now, so I can sleep nicely. I'll reevaluate this bizarre market that has Heine all upset on Monday. It's not real. Let's talk about how it was rigged today, because it was in our faces, right off the charts. I posted on my social networks about what was happening. But let me put a perspective on this. So today, market gets off to the races, nothing major going on, although I explained in the video that I did earlier how they were rigging gold and silver. Again, dollar was up a little bit at that point, did finish down fractionally. Metals were actually down earlier. They did finish up a tiny bit after what occurred here. So, again, market started off with nothing major going on, same old nonsense fakery that's been going on since like forever now. But then we get this announcement about Michael Flynn, is going to plead guilty to this, that, and the other thing, whatever it's going to be. And then all of a sudden, I'm watching the indices. I'm sitting here, right here in front of my trading system, right here, and I'm watching the markets kind of bleed off. So what did I do? Bam! I go look right over here at the bond market, and I see a spike like almost off the charts. And again, I posted a snapshot of that on all of my social networks. So I said, okay, what's going on here? Market starts to bleed off hard. And that bond market, they're buying this hand over fist, keeping that bond market stable as the market dropped. Dow Jones Industrial Average was down about 350 points at one time, and they're buying bonds, buying. I mean, huge. You can see it. Go have a look at this, seriously, when you're done, or now. Go to my website, traderschoice.net. You're going to see the bond market kind of bleeding off, and then a tremendous spike. And then it kind of stabilized higher. But what this did, okay, again, I can't stress this enough, and this is an example for all of you who can now understand how important it is to watch the bond market. Well, all the freaks out there, and I'm not referring to Heine over here, are watching the stock market. This guy and you are watching the bond market. So when we saw this bond buying like that, stocks started to stabilize, and then stocks came back. All the major indices finished only a tiny bit down. I didn't close any of my positions till almost the end of the trading day today. And why? Because I saw what was going on in the bond market. I knew it wasn't going to last. It's that simple. When you see that, you know exactly what's going to happen next. When you saw that major amount of buying occur, if you were watching this, again, it's nearly in real time, right on my website, you already knew what was going to happen to the stock market. You knew it. And a couple of you actually traded it, and I got some emails from you, and bravo to you, you did well. It's just crazy, people. It's insane what they're doing. They will not allow this. I mean, how many times, to the point of nauseum, have you heard me been saying lately that they will not allow the bond market to fall? Again, even if a nuclear weapon, God forbid, went off somewhere in the world, they're going to buy up that bond market. It's going to support stock prices. That's what's going to happen here. Okay, nothing. It's unstoppable. And that's how you know this is not real. This market has not had any, despite everything thrown at it, As far back as you want to think now, nothing affects the market. It's Teflon. How many times have you heard me say that too? That's why I keep explaining to you all that trade an index, trade an index, trade an index. Do not get fancy and say, I'm going to look at this stock and I'm going to look at that stock. Why? Why? Because the imbeciles on CNBC are telling you to do that? Don't listen to these people. Don't listen to them. Anybody out here, let me just say this, okay, all of these websites that want to sell you stock picks, cancel your subscriptions. You don't need it. Or they're making this too easy for us, my God. Look at Heine. I mean, the poor guy. He doesn't know what he's, look. You see that? He's like, what kind of sound is he making here? I don't know. But seriously, I'm not going to get bent out of shape here. That's why I got Heine here. So, Heine's behind me. I think you can know that. But anyway, look, seriously, where was I? You don't need to do anything fancy here, people. Nothing's going to get in the way of this. I'll tell you something that's interesting, though. Tell me if well, even that won't work. But I'm thinking this whole tax plan thing, if it does not pass, the market is going to suffer. No doubt about it, but they're going to buy up those bonds. They're going to stabilize the bond market. It won't last. Same thing here if it does pass. It's more than likely going to. I wouldn't be surprised, and I wrote an article today on Steam It, to see this market sell off on the news. And I'm not saying crash on the news. I'm saying maybe, I don't know, the market is going to bleed off a little bit. We can only hope. This is what we're witnessing here, people. And you will not hear this, more than likely, from Bloomberg or CNBC, is that this is historic. We're having a run in this market that we have never seen before in history. Meanwhile, let me put another perspective on this for you. So we got earnings coming in here. Apparently they're good, but we already know this is all being financially engineered. So companies are reporting earnings, like kind of in the teens, right? Actually, they brought this up on CNBC. I couldn't believe it. But the stock market itself, somebody brought this up, is way outpacing the gains of these companies reporting. So obviously there's a divergence here. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, you can say, well, the market predicts future value. Yeah, I got you on that one. But still, it's a distortion that really should at least correct at one point. Will they allow it to? No, I doubt it. And how many of you out here also, let's see if we can get on the same page with this. When they were buying all those bonds, like, that big gigantic spike, which I'd like you to have a look at on my website, how many of you believe that there was a lot of buying going on there through dark pools we'll never find out about, the Federal Reserve's trading desk buying up the stock market to keep it propped up? It's incredible what we're witnessing here, people. It's a crime in progress. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll use that for the title of this video. It's crime in progress. And look, it's just like the reference I made to earlier with Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme. All of the regulators turned a blind eye, the banks who are involved in this. When this all comes to light, and it will, no one's going to be held accountable. You know who is? You are. They're going to make you pay, and me too. One way or the other, we're going to have to pay for this again, just like they did last time. I'm frankly sick and tired of it, but it's not going to stop any of it. But until that point, and this is what I'm talking about here, people, on my watch with Heine behind me as my witness, you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose on Heine and our watch. Not going to happen. I'm sorry. I refuse to let it happen. We're going to just take advantage of every single freaking thing they want to do. They want to prop up this market from now until who the frig cares when? I don't care. Good. We're going to ride the indexes. We're going to ride the indexes. And we're going to line our pockets with cash. All kinds of cash. Oh my goodness. What else, people? Look, I think I covered it all today, but this literally is a crime in progress. We're watching it occur, and instead of sitting here like a deer in the headlights, we're acting. At least I hope we are. We know what we're doing. We're taking advantage of everything that they want to throw at us. That's fine. They want to suppress metals. Good. They're going through some serious lengths here to do it, and that's a big tell in this guy's book here for the long haul. For the short haul, you know what to do. Just do what I do. You don't even need me to help you with it. It's so all you need is a trading account, and you need a very basic trading system. That's it, to show you where you should be buying and selling, and that's pretty much it. My position on SPY, I think I held that for the longest I've held any single position in a really, really long time. I would love to see this market burn off a little bit next week, I'll be honest with you. But we'll see. Now, in the video I did earlier today, I had said I was going to talk about next week a little bit. Let's do that. So we might, just keep this in mind here, because this market, nothing seems to touch it. But we might, at least I would like to, see a sell the news moment. For example, this tax bill passes, whatever, and the market, decides to sell off a little bit. I think everyone's expecting it to vault higher. That's why the opposite is probably going to happen. It's always that way. So if that does happen, if we see the market pull back on some kind of news, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, I'm saying if it does happen, you and I right here, we're going to buy that dip. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing. As a matter of fact, next week when this market does whatever it's going to do on Monday, I'm going to evaluate the markets and see what's going on. I will tell you exactly what I am doing. Now, don't just follow along with what Greg Mannarino is doing here. You can use me as a guide, of course, but always think about what's good for you. If this makes sense to you, what I am doing, before you go jumping into anything. Anyway, so this is where I see this all going next week. Who knows? I think they're going to continue to prop up the bond market like they did today. It was epic, absolutely epic. And all the stock buying that came on is truly unbelievable. But again, what is it? It's a crime in progress, people. And there's going to be a lot of people here that are going to get hurt. But not you, and not this guy sitting right here, or Heine back there. With that said, everyone, have a really great and safe weekend. Take care of each other. It's just so important. And, we are responsible for each other, and that's why I'm out here doing this here. I really believe this. It's, you never know. One day, I might need one of you, and I'll give you a call and say, listen, could you help me out? Anyway, I hope you would, because I would help you out too. All right, with that said, have a great weekend, and you will not see this guy nor Heine probably ever again. I don't know, maybe he'll pop up until Monday. All right, have a good one.